Hey folks, I'm Vixen. Today we're going to play Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander, a game by Massive Damage. It's also on beta, so beware, it's a product which is not finished. So what it is about, it's obviously a game which is taking place in space. It's going to have base building mechanics which are very similar to the Xcom franchise, and old school combat from JRPGs. So it's a mix which is a bit strange at first, but it's working pretty well. And we are going to maybe do the first hour of the game. We are going to go through the tutorial, which are very well done. It's going to show us quite a bit of the different mechanics which are going to be available in the game, and we're just going to do this right now. Let's just make a new game. So here we begin. It's very cool that we have the choice to just skip through these things. So if you are not new to the game, you can just begin at the beginning of the Act 1, which is going to skip all the tutorial. But we are going to begin with the opening. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Alright, here we begin. I just let the background unfold because it was just too damn fast for me to read these out loud. So, here we begin. This is the Terran fleet, and it's going to happen something terrible here. So let's just advance a bit. It's going to give us a very good idea of what the combat is going to be. They're going to give us quite a big fleet. These three ships are quite big, and it's going to allow us to just get a glimpse at what the combat is going to be when you are going to be able to develop your base much more. So here they are in a tight spot. There is a strange signal which is going to appear, and they are going to be confronted to something mysterious and pretty much unknown to them. So here they come, new ships which are appearing around, and they may obliterate the fleet, but we'll fight first. So unknown hostile, here they come, and here are these guys. These guys are aliens, and they are quite dangerous. So the first combat is going to be pretty guided. I'm not going to do anything else than what they say, but it's going to give us a good view of all the different skills. So we've got a bunch of different skills by ships, and if you compose your team properly, you can just have a pretty wide range of choice. You can stun your enemy, you can maybe exploit vulnerability and stuff. So let's just begin with what they say. So we're going to use Incisor Beam, which is going to do quite a bit of damage. You will be able to compare that when we're going to begin with our little base and our first few weak ships. So let's just shoot this guy with that. So as I was saying, it's pretty old school combat. So we've got 3 units which could very well be characters, and as a matter of fact you've got commanders for each vessel, and these commanders are going to be the one which are going to decide what kind of skill you can use. So let's go with backstab maneuver. So this one is going to inflict a ship disable, and is going to be quite dangerous because they will not be able to attack on the next turn. Here we go. I don't remember, did I speak about the amazing pixel art of this game? Because we will just see quite a bit. So Drone Swarm is going to inflict the construct and backfire. So let's just go with that. And it's going to attack all these enemies even though they resisted. they can pretty much do that when they feel so. Okay, so weapon disrupted. Let's go with another of these skills. So this one is going to protect us quite a bit. And what is very important is that you can right click on any enemy to see their weakness. I cannot do it right now, it seems, but if I was, I would see if they are maybe weak on the engine or anything which is going to be to be exploded. And you can see also the effects which are applied on each ship with these little icons over there. You can see the captain here, the shrill officer, and these other guys over there, blob aliens here. Let's just use the projectile field, so we'll be able to take a bit more damage. Nonetheless, this is a fight you can't win. So bridge shot, this one's going to do quite a bit of damage, and let's just shoot the ocular vessel. So for now we're going to fight aliens, but we're going to meet quite a bit of other characters and factions which are quite interesting. Let's use acid bombs. This one is going to target all the enemies. Alright, but they are going to retaliate here. Let's use Cutter's Ult. This one is just a healing spell, kind of. So I'm going to use this on the main ship of our fleet, the Paladin. And let's use with our ninja here, which is the name of the ship, of course. And the most powerful attack is God, it seems. So one is dead, and we're almost dead. Okay, so let's use repair drones on our lead ship, so it will maybe survive the next turn. I did not speak about it, but these are the L bar here, so you can see when your ship is going to die. Okay, let's use the Doom Cannon on one single ship. I think it would be probably wiser to just hit the ocular vessel, but there seems to be... I don't think I've got a choice here. Do I? No, I don't. And it's not dead, but we've been losing a ship. And maybe another one soon. So let's use Stasis Lock. This one is going to disable the big ship over there. Once again, it would have been better to just disable the other one, which is going to probably attack soon. And I'm going to use the Dreadnought Ram on a single enemy, which is doing quite a bit of damage on the ocular vessel, which should be exploding, I believe. Is it not? Yes, it is. Alright. I thought we were about to lose. Maybe my mistake. So, more are coming. And they won't be nice with us, I think. So they're going to try to jump. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. No, we've lost communication, did we? Oh, here is maybe the mother ship, I don't know, we'll see. It's quite big. Much bigger than any of our ship. And this is basically where the game began. We were going to get... We have the new commander, the new appointed commander, which is going to lead the starbase of Halcyon 6. So we'll need to build a new fleet, to hire commanders, and to do missions. So let's just go through these, and I need to choose my first officer. So as I was saying, each officer is going to give us different kind of powers, and do we have the same one each time when we begin? I think we do. So we can begin with different kind of commanders. There are some which are specialized in science, though other in tactical, and other in engineering, and they are all going to get skills of let's say a different color, which is going to be some kind of different tree. So I'm probably going to begin with Corbin Low here, with his different skills here. We've got Fire Twill, which is going to make me vulnerable, I think, but which is going to inflict Eldritch Breach, which is going to be... We're just going to go with this guy, and we'll see. We're going to see many of these other commanders, because for each ship you want to add to your fleet, you will need a new commander. So let's go with that guy. And now we'll need to probably make a ship very soon. So we've got something which is going to happen here. Things are going to come toward us. Here they come. And these guys, they are pirates. These are another kind of enemies. And they've got pretty cool ships. Here they come. So Razubto Slicer McCormack here is a first of many which is going to come and try to force us to abandon the station. So he's walking for Admirax Zeb, which is a big bad guy around here, and is asking us to surrender the station. And we're obviously going to reject the thing, because, you know, if we surrender there is no more game, so let's just reject the thing. And it will probably fight us soon, but we need to create a ship first. So let's go toward the ship construction area. So for now we've got just one, but thanks to the research we're going to unlock many more. We've got plenty of currency which are on the top right. We've got crew, we've got metals, dark matter, and fuel. Fuel is very important because it's going to allow you to just move on the map, and you will not be able to go as far as you want. You will need to have enough fuel to do it. So let's just build a rogue for our commander. It's going to take 2 days, so we need to go back to the map. And as I was saying, it's really working a bit like in Xcom. So we'll just spend a bit of time on the map, and it's going to advance our research, our buildings, and maybe some other things are going to happen, like missions and counter. So they're ready to launch our first cruiser. And here we go. Let's just choose our commander, Carbon Low here, which is going to command the rocker. Yeah. Let's go back to star map, and I need to go and attack the pirate ship. So I'm going to send my fleet. I'm just clicking on this thing and just send fleet. And I don't need fuel because it's very, very close to my base. And we can send up to 3 vessels here, but I've got only one, so we're just going to go with Carbon here. Alright, with his 3 skills, he will be able to destroy our enemy pretty quickly because it's a pretty weak ship. Okay, here we go. So, as I was saying, when you right click, you can see the weakness and the attacks. So that guy, he's got 0 victory, so he's not that tough. He has 2 ship powers, Spray and Pray, which is quite fun. A lot of pirates are using this skill here. And if I want, I can make a right click. It's going to give me a bit more information. I really like this. It's going to give you so much information about the thing you are going to do, all the enemy you are going to meet. And it's got energy fields. So this one is going to make a bit of damage as well, it seems. Okay, nonetheless, I should not worry too much about that guy. It's not going to be much of an issue. So his weak point is the propulsion here. So I'm going to use crippling shot, which is going to target the engine. There we go. Engine now down. And now we'll just go for Harass, which is going to do much more damage than any of the other skills. Even though he's not having any sensor issue, which would have just gave me a boost. Let's just harass him again. And here he goes. It was not very tough. So we get a bit of metals and a bit of dark matter for each combat. These are important because they are going to allow us to build more ships and do more research. Okay, so let's go back, and here is the Admirax, the chief of the pirates. I really like the music at this passage, and the big screen is just adding quite a lot. I really like this. So he's ruling this sector, this pirate sector here, and he kind of united all the clans. And he kind of won the station as well. He will come very soon to reclaim this station, but maybe he won't be able to get it as he think he will. We'll see. Okay, here comes some of the guys which are here to avenge. What was his name? Razub Toe Slicer, and reclaim this station. But Carbon is going to make short work of them. They are not. I don't know, but you know, their attack, spray and pray is not really. It's not really confident. So these guys are also weak on the propulsion here. So I'm going to use a bit of these as well. Engine down. So let's just take a look at the effect here when I can. So it's going to reduce their speed by 10. So I believe it's probably about initiative, or maybe avoiding shots. I don't know, but I will have much more chance to get them if I do that. Ah, rested. Not cool. I still did a bit of damage though. Let's just maybe try to finish this one. Okay, out of the picture. Let's just shoot one more time, please. Here we go. Still alive. He is, and we are also, but we've got more chance to survive than it does. Okay. Done. So we are advancing, and we are going to be almost at the point where the game is going to let us do stuff. So let's just click on the guy and ask him to return home. And now I can do a bit of research. They're going to show me how to do it. And there is quite a bit of things to research. If we go that way, there is plenty. It's a shame we cannot just zoom out just to have a better view, but it's not an issue. So we need to research the deuterium reactor, which is going to power the base. So let's do it. And we need to go back to the Starbase to maybe make a new room. As I was saying, it's very similar to Xcom. You need to explore areas to make them possible to use, to add other rooms which are going to allow you to do more. So let's just explore this room here. We're going to assign Carbon here to do this exploration here, and it will take a few days, I think 3 days, to make that happen. So let's go back to the map and let's make these 3 days just go away. Okay, they cleared the room. So now we can build the deuterium reactor, which is going to cost us quite a bit of materials. And it's going to take 4 more days. Meanwhile, there is plenty which is happening. I believe I've got a few missions which are available. Alright, so we've got energy, so all the sensors are back online, and we'll be able to see the whole map. I mean, not the whole map, but the closest area. And let's just see. There is a distress signal, so let's just take a look where it is. It's a refinery which is under attack. So we're going to send one of my guys to this area, so it's going to be able to deal with them. So it's going to cost me 3 fuels. I've got only 5, so I need to be careful with that. And I'm going to send the Admiral Carbon Low, deal with that. Let's just do it. It would be better if I had a second ship. Maybe I should just do it before. Nah, I think I don't have enough. We'll see when I come back. So get a better fleet, and plus this guy is not really dangerous. He's all alone. So vulnerability is L. I don't think I've got anything which is going to compromise us. Am I? Let's just take a look. Sabotage. Can I get a few more information about this? Maybe not. Let's just attack him. So for now the combat seems to be pretty simple, but I'm pretty sure when we're going to get 3 ships of different classes, it's going to make things a lot more interesting. With maybe an engineer, a scientist, or was it a technician? I don't remember. Because we'll be able to heal ourselves, to protect our ships, to take different kind of attack. Okay, so the refinery is safe. They are going to give us a bit of supply, because we kind of save alive. And they're going to give us 15 units of fuel. And we're going to bring these back to our home here. Let's just return home. There we go. And the quest is completed as well, so we're going to get a bit of materials. Alright. So, you know what? I'm going to make a ship as soon as I can. Yes, I need a new officer. So, who do we have? We've got Talisha Mickelson, Santiago Lecter, and Anna Nassar. I would like to go with another class. It's because she has bridge shot into the fray and weapon spare charge, which are pretty cool. But we've got a few other things. So Solar Flare is going to put sensor offline. Ablative field is going to just make some kind of defensive field on our ships. And then we've got warp atomic structures, which is going to inflict hull breach. And what else do we have? So Anna, what does she use? Ramming speed, which is going to be, it's going to damage our own hull, but seems to be quite powerful, I believe. Then we've got a quick tune-up, which is going to heal us for 50%, so this one could be interesting. And then we've got death from above, which is going to... Okay, so she's taking quite a bit of that. Well, maybe we're not going to go with her because she's going to destroy her own ship. So let's go with that guy. Santiago Lecter here. Here he comes. And what's happening here? Let's just take a look at the location we need to go at. So we're not going to go to Medis right away. I'm going to just make a new ship. So ship construction here. We're going to go with what do we need the most? I could go for a knight, so we'll have a different kind of vessel. But it seems to me I probably need to go for a science one, an acolyte here, which is going to be much more fitting for our captain. It's costing quite a bit of dark matter though. Anyway, let's go with it. Let's build a ship. And I will not have enough to build a knight, so I will need to wait for this. And let's take a look at our research. So now I don't think I can do much. I've got a few ships which are available. I could go and maybe unlock another one which is just over there. But there is a few more which are also interesting. There is a Mender class starship which would be useful. Fuel refinery plant. This one would be definitely very useful. But do I have enough? Yes, I do. So let's make this thing happen here. And I probably need to take a look at my Starbase. And we should explore an area to maybe add this little thing. So assign officer. Let's go with Santiago. It's going to take 3 days and we're going to wait through these. Because we've got two things to wait for. A ship and... oh, what's going on? Some kind of creatures is blocking our way and won't let us continue. What should we do? So there is also fighting on planet and station, which is going to be done with your team. So let's just try to fight these guys. Okay, so it's quite big. I've got only one guy and I hope he's going to be strong enough. I'm not sure, as he's a scientist. I cannot have much information about that thing. I don't know what this is. Let's go with... oh, infused. I think maybe it could be useful. Afflicted, bleeding, shocked, and ill. Let's go with a bit of psionic blast, I think. Oh, I did not deploy my guys yet. Can I go with... yes, I can take carbon as well. Cool, so we've got 2 officers here and I do not have any other one, so it's going to be an issue. Can I move these guys? Let's just... nah, I cannot. So let's just do it that way. Okay, so let's begin. So psionic blast seems to be a good way to begin. There he goes. Did it work? Confused. Quite cool. So let's now use Coban here to maybe make a bit of damage. What do I want to go with? Maybe blinded would be useful, so he's not going to attack me too much. I'm pretty sure he's going to make quite a bit of damage. Is it going to work? Ah, no, it did not. So he's healing. Or 4 rounds, so it's going to heal over time. Okay, so let's go with maybe bleeding. It could compensate for the thing. And I'm going to go with a second attack, which is going to inflict bleed. Okay, it's dead. So we are going to be able to access this room. Let's take a look. The ship is 1 more day to go. I could try to recruit another admiral. Maybe not now. Let's begin with the Starbase. So is it available just 2 more days? Okay, so let's just wait a bit more. Cleared out. Okay, let's show the location here. Oh, it was the starship, my mistake. Okay, so Santiago is going to pilot this one. We've got a fleet of 2 ships now, so pretty cool. And we've got 3 victories with Carbon, and I will need to get more with Santiago, but I need to repair the ship maybe just a bit. Okay. So let's see, is the room ready? Yes, it is. And we can we build the refinery plant? Not yet. I think I probably want to wait for the refinery. I've got a bit of power, so I can make maybe a few more rooms when I need to. But for now, I just don't have the means to do it. So let's just go to a new mission. Let's see, what do we have which is going to be available? We've got enemies around. I've got quests which are going to ask me to defeat the parts. I need to defeat quite a bit of parts here. Then I've got Medis, which is a requesting ad, which I should go there, but I don't know if I've got enough fuel. And Return Home is going to ask me to build another an officer lounge, to promote a 3rd officer, and to build a ship for your 3rd officer. So maybe I should do that, but maybe we should go to Medis first. So let's see, where is Medis? Medis is just over there. It's a bit far, but not that much. Let's just send our fleet. I'm going to go with Carbon here and Santiago. And with these 2 guys, we should be able to do a bit of damage. They are level 1 for now, but they are going to advance as they fight. Alright, so what do we have in there? Okay, so they are in quite a bit of trouble. And let's see what we're going to fight back. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we want to do? We can transfer add crew to the fleet, evacuate the facility, or leave the system. Current resource, maximum capacity crew. What do I do? I'm going to transfer the crew to the. I'm going to begin to evacuate the facility. Or maybe it's going to be me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just transfer the crew to fleet. Alright, and I can do both. So let's just try to evacuate the facility as well. Yes, evacuate the facility. Here we go. And so no fights, but these guys are now safe. And do I want to go to the refinery to recover a bit of fuel? I'm not sure. How much does it cost me? Okay, let's not do that. We're going to go back home. Okay, so we've got a few more crews, but I still need to find more materials, so I'm going to go and fight these parts before they get too close. It's going to cost me 6. I'm going to send Rog and his friend Santiago, Carbon and his friend Santiago, and we're going to deal with them. They should not be that tough. So we've got 2 ships over there. Let's start the combat. One seems to be quite big. Who's that guy? So Warden MK2 is going to use spray and pray and incinerate beam. So it's going to disable ships. Oh, not cool. I'm going to attack this one as a primary. Let's take a look at the chief here. So this one is not very dangerous. We're just going to primary this guy. Can we get a bit more information on the captain? Not so much. Anyway, let's go. What do we have? We've got this one is going to damage the sensors, and L breach, and 2 healers. Okay, so these are going to be the key for the end. Let's just maybe attack the sensors. Okay, they resisted both. Not cool. We're going to go and... Are they? No, they're not. I need to use this thing again so I can use Ara's attack with more efficiency. So let's just use a crippling shot on that guy. Okay. I did not check, but I think I should take a look at... so vulnerability propulsion, so I need to use this attack again. Okay, good. So it's slower now. I need to be careful that they do not kill this ship. I don't want to lose a commander. If you lose your ship, you lose your commander, and you cannot retrieve it. When it's dead, it's dead. Let's sabotage the ship over there. Alright. So going to take 200 damage over 4 turns. Could be handy. And we cannot use upload virus yet, but we are going to go with maybe a single shot from this portal cannon. Let's do it. Okay. Let's now try to... Is it going to... Nah, we're just going to go and attack him with a regular shot. Alright, do I want to heal a bit? How much life do I have left? Oh, we should just Uber on the... yes. Okay, I'm not going to recover so much with these little heals. So I could probably try to use one. Okay, good enough. Let's keep attacking that guy. Maybe I could just go and sabotage it one more time. Alright, so let's keep attacking this guy. He will fall. Oh nice, a little evasion here. Let's go with a crippling shot, so we won't be that dangerous. Let's add a bit of portal cannon on this guy. And let's just attack him with what we've got, which is not enough. But if you continue like that, it's going to fall. Okay, it's down. I think as our commander are going to level up, we are going to get a new skill to use. It will give us a bit more range of possibilities. Do I want to use this one again? Let's try to mess up with the sensor. Ah, come on. Let's harass that guy. And I could use another heal. I don't know if it's going to be replenished after the fight. Let's finish it. Oh good, so let's get the loot and go back home. Okay, not so much. But I think we could probably go for a second fight. Maybe. Let's see what's happening here. So select space combat power to carbon. Oh, we've got a new attack as we level up. So what do I want to use with carbon low? I've got fire at will, which is going to make quite a bit of damage, and it's going to target the hull. It's going to inflict ruptured. Then we've got dimensional flashbang, which is a single target attack, going to damage for 60%. Going to target the crew and the sensor, and the crew is going to be panicked and blind. Quite useful. Then we've got into the fray, which is going to be dealing 50% damage. Exploit are going to be blinded, and effect inspire allies. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with fire at will, because it's going to be an attack which is going to be quite dangerous, I believe. Maybe even more than the one I had. And Santiago is going to be ready to level up as well. So what does he have? Self buff. I'm probably going to go with the shield. So solar flare is going to target the sensor for 125% of damage, and it's going to inflict blinded. So we've got then ablative field, which is going to give us plus 40% damage resistance for 3 rounds. This one is good. And warp atomic structure, which is an attack, which is going to damage for 80%. It's going to explode vulnerable. We're going to go for the second one. A good shield is going to be useful. And do I want to go for this fight? So there is only one part, which is going to be quite tough. It's MK3 and is alone though. Let's just go. Let's just try to reach that spot here. Will I be able to come back? I hope so. Here he comes. And let's just start the combat. I don't think I got any choice here, because basically these guys are at war with us. But maybe we are going to find new faction which are going to not be aggressive at first. So where do we go for? Is he vulnerable to anything? Yes, propulsion are weak, so I'm going to use our orbital. And he's got an aggravated assault, which is going to deal a bit of damage, and it's going to be quite dangerous. Okay, so let's begin with a bit of a crippling shot. Okay, antenna down. Then we'll add a bit of a virus to this sensor, if it's working. Yes, amazing. Oh, come on. It did quite a bit of damage here. So he's decreasing his aim, so quite useful. We're going to use Aras, as we're going to explode the sensor offline. So we should be dealing much more damage. Yes, quite a bit. It was great. And I cannot do it another time. I'm going to use ablative field to protect our ship here, because it's quite... This guy is eating quite hard. And then we'll go for... Oh, nice. For fire at will with my main DPS. Oh, a breach. Nice. What do we want to use now? I can't use so much. We're just going to go with a regular shot. So it will help our other ship to finish that guy. Then I think we'll need to go back home, because we've been taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, you can shoot again. Let's do it. So we will achieve that guy. Okay, but we're not winning so much, but we'll see if it's going to increase. Oh, new elite crew. Crewman Lee. So we're going to be better at evasion. Nice. And let's go back home. Let's go with the fleet. Return home. I feel like it's not costing anything to go back home, so it's quite nice, because we are never going to be stuck around. So we could go back and take a look at the officer quarter. I want to take a look at low and see what kind of stuff it got. So traits, power and stats. Why can I see these officers' things? Let's just take a look at the ship maybe. Ship management, Santiago here has a little... I think it's a crew, it's not a star. And can we actually see these guys somewhere? So I know I've got a bit of evasion here, but there is nothing which is... Maybe it's a little bag, who knows. Anyway, we've got our team here, which has 5 victory to the counter here and 2 to this one. And I need to repair this guy. So we'll need to pay... Oh, that much. I'm going to wait a bit. We're just going to see if we got anything we can do with the research. I need to research... Where was it? Officer launch. And it's going to cost me... Oh, much more than what I got. Okay. So... Practically detected. What do we have? I need to defeat these guys for 50 marshals. Yeah, I can do that. But do we have maybe... Okay, if I was to maybe destroy these guys over there, it would probably count as the last fleet I'm lacking for this mission. So maybe I could go for this. But I need to repair my ships first. Okay. Or do I want to... No, I cannot recruit another guy yet. Or maybe I could just build the ship and see. No, it's going to cost me too much. So let's just see where they are. Where? Oh, are they here? Is it the mission I'm looking for? Let's just take a look. So fleet in Triangulum. Over there. And it's quite far, I think. If I was to send my fleet, it would cost 12. So I need to wait. I cannot do anything right now. Let's just make the counter flow here. And maybe I could go back to this little refinery to see if there is anything I can do with it. So there is a new mission which has appeared in the asteroid field over there. And these guys are a bit closer, so maybe I could go for them. Seems to be alright. I'm going to go with that. We've got 2 versus... Oh, MK1. It should be less dangerous. And MK2 Navigator. Okay, let's send the fleet. 9. We need to wait. We need to wait a bit. Or I could go over there. It's going to cost me... How much does it cost me? Just 3 points. I'm going to check if there is any way for me to recover a bit of fuel. So let's send Rock and his friends Santiago. And do I want to repair before I go? I think I... Do I? If I was to wait, it would be repaired. Let's just repair all. I don't want to lose any of these ships. And what's going on? Show location here. There's a distress signal here. I cannot go that far, so I will not be able to rescue them. And I was sending fleet over there, so I'm just going to wait for them to arrive. Okay, so what do we have? Oh, quite a bit it seems. So let's transfer all the fuel here. And I'm not going to evacuate the facility. I'm going to keep these guys here so they can keep working on this little refinery. But we are going to go that way. We've got enough fuel, I think, to do it. So let's just send the fleet and... I'll just send this fleet here. And we'll take care of these guys. So affinity bonus, what's going on? So pirate expert. So we are going to do more damage against pirates. Okay. Let's do it. So here they are. Waiting for us. So what do I want to go for? I'm going to go with a little bit of damage to the sensor. Okay, sensor offline, so I'm going to begin with that guy. Because I know I'm going to make quite a bit of damage with my harass attack. Yes, quite a bit of damage. Nice, we evade a few shots. I'm going to just attack the guy. Oh, it was painful. And I'm going to use crippling shot. They won't be able to avoid. Oh, come on. You've been doing a bit of damage though. Let's not do it again. I'm going to just fire at will. I think it's going to make me a bit vulnerable, so it was probably a bad idea. But I'm going to finish that guy with turtle cannons, so I will have less dangerous attack coming my way. I should not use fire at will too much. It's going to make me take more damage. Oh! Nope. Not good. Alright, so let's go for... Let's aim for the propulsion. Ah, come on. And then we'll go for a bit of shielding. So I'm not going to be hurt so much. Don't want to pay for the reparation. Oh, it passed? What? Anyway. You know what? I'm going to repair our ships. I'm going to begin with carbon here. And then I will just repair Santiago. Let's attack with a few explosives. So we'll just be damaged over time. And I'm going to try to upload another virus. Hopefully it will work. Yes, amazing. So we can use the Aras attack and make it suffer. Okay, good. So I'm not going to do it one more time, I'm just going to go for the engines. Okay, engine down. And let's repair Santiago now. Okay, so I think a fire at will would not be too dangerous, so let's go for it. Okay, it's not dead yet. Let's just try to finish it. And nope, evade, come on. He's cursing as well. Let's attack one more time with Aras. Feel like alright. Okay, they're quite dead. You got the battle one with a bit of stuff over there. And oh, what did we found? So there is some kind of map which is going to bring lots of few info. So we need to come back to the HQ. Oh, we've got a new skill maybe. So this is a level up. And what do we have? So phaser, blast, single target attack. I'm not going to go over there. What do we have? Let's see. Do we have more interesting attacks? There is one more which is just over there. Point blank, precision shot. What are we going to go for? Confuse could be useful. Expose would be interesting as well. Maybe bleeding could be good. I don't know what to take, frankly. I'm going to go with point blank to confuse my enemies. And Santiago is going to go with probably more interesting stuff. So group attack, blood drive, seems to be good. There is a 25% chance of heal over time. I hope it's on us, not on them. Okay, let's just go. I've got two attacks. What do I want to go for? And there is even a fifth attack. Oh, it's not an attack, it's a heal, it seems. I'm going to go for the heal, I think. Base heal, 250 base damage. Let's go for the heal. I will need to have a good healer. And let's just return home and see what this map is about. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of mission which are going to be complete here. Alright, oh, what is that? So we were able to decode the pirate map, which gave us the position of different pirate clans. It would be be better to deal with. Oh, yes, to deal with them individually rather than having to handle them all at once. Okay, so we've got Savak Shrika, Willaz Reza, and Cute Corpser. And we've got probably a few more others which are going to be further. Maybe not yet, we'll see. Anyway, let's go back to the base and see what we can do over there. We've got a bit of things to build. I'm going to go with refinery maybe. It's going to give us a bit more range. So let's just build it. Construct the room. It's going to burn us quite a bit of metals. And do I not need to choose any of these guys? I think I was required to choose one guy to take care of it. and unfortunately we're not going to be able to make the office and loot right now because we need 500 materials which are not available right now, and I'm not going to make another ship yet. We could repair though. I could wait a bit for this to be repaired because we are not going to go for a fight right now. As a matter of fact, I think we are probably going to conclude the video at this point, and maybe we will do another one to just dig a bit through the game and see what we can do with this faction and stuff. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you do, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe, and until next time guys, have fun!